Hello everyone, welcome back to Kimberly's All Sorts. Yes, I'm well aware it's been 3 months since I last brought you an update or any content of any kind. There's a few reasons for that. The last video that I posted, I was very stressed out. I thought we were going to have a pretty much year like last year, basically. Last year, the government said we could operate from July, which I've already mentioned, and the powers that they gave to local councils was a big no. We managed to get out for just 3 weeks and then we had the rest of it pulled from underneath us. This year, however, has been very different. Councils have been made to give us a meeting with the safety advisory group. So you have to get your paperwork in early as you normally do for your fair. This is booking forms, site plans, and a few weeks later you get your meeting over Microsoft Teams. And that's where they ask you, what are you going to do about this? What are you going to do about that? How are you going to manage this? It's mostly COVID stuff, but there was general health and safety in there as well. And I'm pleased to say that as of the 15th of April, we've successfully been back open. Some of the fairs that we've operated at have been other people's. Some of them, me and Gary, have been in charge of ourselves. We've been quite busy, so we do thank the public for that very much. At the start, when we were allowed to open back up again in April, the weather was not very nice at all, and in normal times that would be the complete ruination of a fairground because rain stops play. Usually no one turns up, but people have been locked up that long, and especially with the third lockdown being in the winter, people just wanted to come out, so that's helped us out a lot. And again, thank you. We only really lost a couple of days to the rain. Bank Holiday Monday, it just never stopped and we had an early finish. There's been a couple of other days that's been a little bit ropey, but for the most part, we're doing okay. We've been busier at these small fairs than what we normally are. This doesn't mean that we're now better off than we used to be, because of course, we still lost a year's income. We had to borrow money. We had to take out bounce back loans to get us through last year, and we've got to start paying that back soon. But the fact that they are busier than normal, or most of them have been, last week was a bit quiet, the fact that they are busier than normal is helping us out a lot, because of course we can't do the bigger events that we do where there's, you know, loads and loads of people all crammed together, no social distancing. Those are still not allowed. They would have been had we have been getting Freedom Friday this week, but we're not now. It's been pushed back a month, and no one knows if it'll get pushed, do we? It would be very nice if we could have those events as well to help us catch up to ourselves, but we'll have to see what happens. So the fact that these small affairs have been busier than normal is helping out, and I've already said it twice, but thank you. If there's been a fairground near you and you've attended, just thank you for your custom, even if it wasn't my fair. We've enjoyed getting back out, and we've been really pleased with how well received we've been in most places. We've just arrived somewhere this week, which I'm not going to say where because I don't want to jeopardise it, but it looked this morning like it might have been cancelled, and I think it's sorted out now, and that wasn't anything wrong on our end. When I say our, I don't mean me and Gary. We're not in charge of it. It's someone else's fair that we're attending with our rides, but a few locals complained. I don't know why or what the complaints were, because the complaints haven't come directly to me from the council because I'm not in charge, but I think it's all going to be all right. So we're hoping to continue to be really busy. I really do hope so. And that's what's taken up a lot of my time. It's why I haven't been uploading. I really did think I would be able to continue making the videos every week whilst we're operating, and it doesn't mean that I won't be able to from now on or later in the year. It's just there was so much to do with all the extra COVID stuff, the extra things we needed to buy, the extra organising. I just really haven't had a spare minute. And another reason is I was filming all of my videos just about with an Android phone, and it was not a flagship device. It was a mid-ranger. It's been a good phone. It really was a brilliant phone. I'm just looking at it now because I meant to have it for the video. It's been a good phone for the price. I really was impressed with it when I first got it, but it slowed down a lot. So I took the plunge, with it being Amazon Prime Day yesterday. It's now Tuesday, the 22nd of June. The Amazon delivery man has just been, and I am now the proud owner, which I'm about to unbox, of an iPhone 12. It was a very good price. Now, we all know how much iPhones are. It's the same one that Gary got for Christmas. It's not the Pro, it's just a 12, and it's in the blue colour. Gary got his from the Apple store at Christmas, and he went for 128 gig, which is plenty for him. He doesn't film or do anything like that like I do. He doesn't take as many pictures as me. I wanted more storage, but let's face it, it's a lot of money. It's almost as much money as getting a MacBook. I went on Prime yesterday and I saw the same as what he's got, but it's 256 gig and I paid £50 less than he did, so I'm still calling that a bargain because the Apple shop are not selling them at that price, are they? So here it is with the much talked about thinner box and no plug, just a wire. Let's open that up. There it is. So as you can see, I went for the blue colour like I said before. It's the normal 12, not the Pro. It's got 2 cameras. Let's peel the sticker off. That's always so satisfying. It's got the flat edges, much like the iPhone 4 and 5 did, which, if I'm completely honest, I always did prefer that design. I wasn't too keen when the 6 first came out. There's a packaging, which is slimmed down without the charger. That caused a lot of talk. Certain other companies took the mick, and since then they've copied with their latest releases. SIM ejector tool and an Apple sticker, pretty standard. And the cable, which again has caused more controversy. It's a lightning cable, but it's got USB-C to plug into the charging plug. So there it is. I've put it back in the box for later, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy setting that up, because I've been looking forward to my laptop and phone working together in perfect harmony. Now, that wasn't the only thing I got on Prime Day. During the first lockdown, my grandparents lived a 40-minute drive away, and they got to a certain stage where they just didn't keep up with modern technology anymore. Their mobile phones are flip phones. I think they used to be called like a WAP phone. When, you know, when mobile phones could first go on the internet, but it was like a Nokia with a tiny screen. Well, they've got flip phones. You can go on Facebook on there. It's built in. She's never taken any of it on board, so we couldn't even video call them or anything during the first lockdown, and they really, really, really missed me little boy. Since then, they've now moved. They're only 20 minutes away from me, and they're living next door to my uncle, so they can now connect to his internet. So I decided, and she wasn't too keen on the idea at first, but I decided to get her an Amazon Fire tablet. I got the cheapest one. It's the Fire 8 HD, I think. Yeah, there we go. Fire 8 HD. And what I plan to do with it is I'm going to make her own email address, her own Amazon account, and her own Facebook, because when I do get to see her, we go and visit and sit outside, she will say, "Oh, you've put a nice picture on, haven't you, of Watson on there, or you've put a picture on and blah blah, can I see it?" So I've got to show her. So as I said, she's not too keen on the idea. She doesn't think she'll be able to work it, but for £40 it's worth a shot. So I've also got this to set up later on, and then I'll be taking it over and teaching her how to use it. I'm going to make her a little book with all the passwords and everything in case she locks herself out, and I'll give a copy to my uncle. Also, you can have ITV Hub on here. Well, my grandparents have both watched Coronation Street since it started. They never miss an episode through like the 90s and whatever, or whenever video recorders came about. If they were going out, they would tape it. They knew how to set the video. They were up on all the latest technology up to a certain point, and then they were just like, nah, not bothered. No smartphones, no nothing. But if I show her how to use that, she'll be able to watch Corrie at her leisure again, because at the minute they've just got a telly and built-in DVD player, and she has to watch things when they're on. Oh, if you're wondering what the glasses are for all the way through, the sun keeps going in and out. it's beaming through the window, but it's also reflecting off my neighbour's trailer or caravan, which is white, and it's shining right in my eyes without the glasses, so that's what that's for. My grandparents have both watched Coronation Street since the start. They absolutely love it, and I thought maybe if my granddad wants to sit outside in the sun and she's joining him and it's late, she could always watch it on here. So I'm going to teach her how to use it, hopefully, and that's where I'm at. As I said, fairs have been busy so far. I'm hoping that it continues. I don't want to sound like a spoil sport, but I'm actually quite thankful that they're not letting people fly out of the countries. I know that's affected other people's jobs, like if you work as a flight attendant or whatever, anything to do with that industry, it is really rubbish. I know how you feel, because last year it was us, but at the minute it's helping us to get a little bit more on these quieter weeks on the small fairs, and it's helping us stay afloat. It would be really, really nice if this delayed Freedom Day comes next month and we can all just get back to normal and nobody has to worry about it anymore. And maybe from then on, my videos will actually be me out and about, showing you more about the fairgrounds and stuff, or maybe even reviews of products, you know, trivial stuff that we all used to really care about before this, when we thought it mattered. But anyway, that's enough from me, and hopefully the next video that I post will be filmed on this. Thank you for watching Kimberly's All Sorts. Bye!